Not too many people drop by this place these days. This archive is many years old and almost forsaken, which is a shame. This storage of thousands of criminal cases boasts some unique stories of life and death. All logical and common sense considerations suggested that these cases could not be solved, but they were. The time has come to get these incredible accounts out of the dust. This is for you. A really one-of-a-kind case. Unbelievable. Seems like just yesterday the kids went to the first grade. Now they're graduating. I know, I can't believe it myself. Did you allow yours to stay up until dawn? Sure. They're just gonna walk to the key like everyone else. I don't accept bribes, and I don't give marks for beautiful eyes, especially to lazy bones like your Dennis.
My Dennis doesn't need your lousy B mark to enter the university, you old hag.
What a lout! I was too kind to him now. I should have given him a D.
Then I would have smashed you against the wall.
Sleep yourself sober, you drunk. No wonder Gorbachev got you in his crosshairs. Raisa, the dancing party is already on. Why don't you go on watch? Lyova Ivanova won't manage on her own. Where's the military instructor? As usual? I've already put him to sleep in the teacher's room. Nikolai, come join us. Let's have a drink to the graduation, to our kids. Cheers. What a jerk. You know, you don't say, I can't believe he comes to celebrate his son's graduation with his mistress. When I saw her dress, I almost choked. Me too! I could see her panties sticking out. She's not wearing a bra at all. My Leshka's jaw dropped as he was staring at this slut. What do you expect? Kolya's a businessman. He has loads of dough. His Dennis will definitely go to university. Oh, you're right. He sure will. Sveta, give me the knife, please. Slavik, I told you, it's over between us. What are you up to?
I don't think so, Ina. I can't live without you.
What are you doing, you moron?
Ina, you're my sweetheart.
No, I'm begging you, go. If Kolya sees you, he's going to kill you. Let me go. Kolya, help me. Come on, help me.
Hey, dude, are you nuts?
Come on, hit me.
Give me a cigarette. Guys, can you believe it? We're free now. Finally, an adult life. Give me the matches. Thank you.
Smoking makes women vulgar.
Why did you follow us then? Check it out. Dennis's daddy's all drunk. Let's go see. Guys, he's dead.
A prom murder. The celebration ended in tragedy.
Yes, as far as I remember, 1988, Dnepropetrovsk.
Yeah. And I only went to the first grade at 1988.
Yes, but tell me this, Artyom. Do you ever think about school?
You bet. 29th School in Industrial District, Dnepropetrovsk City. I don't go to reunion parties, though.
Didn't like doing the homework, right?
Well, why? I did.
No. I do not believe a single word. You probably cheated and didn't work on the bugs.
Well, if you already know everything about me, then... So, an investigative operational group headed by the detective from the attorney's office, Alla Andreevna Lykova, set off to the crime scene.
Thank you, Lenuchka. We met the dawn. What do I have to do with it? Well, you needed the smoke, whatever it takes.
I can only imagine what was happening at the quayside.
What shall we do? The district educational authorities are going to hear about this. The district authorities have nothing to do with it. We're responsible for the kids. The kids are safe. But it's our jurisdiction.
Lykova is not in a good mood today. No wonder. She had to roll out of bed.
The victim is the father of one of the graduates. His name is Nikolai Solodovnik. Those guys recognized him.
Who called the police?
Parents did.
Good morning.
Good morning, Alla Andreevna.
What do we have?
2 stab wounds, in the abdomen and in the heart area. 3 or 4 hours ago, massive loss of blood. The knife is my responsibility, a regular kitchen knife they use to cut cake for graduates.
Belongs to the mother of one of the graduates.
Alla Andreevna. The lighter, found a meter away from the body.
Whose is it? Is it the killer's?
Likely, because the victim has his own lighter in his pocket.
None of those present recognized the lighter.
I see. So you say this is the father of one of the graduates. Where is the guy himself?
The guy's name is Dennis. The girls say he left early.
Let's go talk to them. Hello. Good afternoon. Detective of the attorney's office, Alla Andreevna Lykova. Tell me, what time Dennis left the prom?
Dennis left sometime around midnight.
Did you see him?
No.
Well, he said goodbye to me, said that he was going home. And you are? Chemistry teacher Raisa Semyonovna. Oh, I'm sorry, I got you messy. It's okay. Tatiana Ivanova-Bordnik, school principal. I see. And the knife is? Mine. We rushed to search at 3 o'clock in the morning, but it wasn't in the classroom. No stranger came in. And why did the son of the murdered man leave so early? Here's what happened. See, Nikolai, the victim, Dennis's father, he brought his mistress to graduation and was making out with her all over the school. There she is, by the way. Feels like it's my graduation.
And I'm your daddy.
Oops.
Oh, wait, son. Let's give each other a good hug.
Get lost.
What? How dare you talk to your father like that?
A normal father wouldn't bring a bimbo over to school.
What? I will...
Kolya, take it easy. Let him calm down. Let's go dancing. Come on. Poor boy. He was so embarrassed. I see. Well, let's talk with her. How are you? Can you talk? Here, wipe your face. It was Slavik who killed Kolya, my ex-fiancé. He showed up yesterday. They had a fight. Slavik was drunk. He went totally mad. I'm begging you, go. If Kolya sees you, he will kill you. Let me go. Kolya, help me. Come on.
Hey, dude, are you nuts?
Come on, hit me.
Did he know about the prom?
Where do we look for this Slavik?
He works at the second taxi depot. Lives in the Sokol district, apartment 17.
Nikolai Solodovnik was killed at the school prom. a wealthy businessman, father of one of the graduates. The man was stabbed to death with a kitchen knife used in the preparation of the festive table. Close to the body, detectives found a lighter not belonging to the victim. It turned out that Nikolai came to the graduation party with his mistress. His son was very embarrassed over it and left the party early. Ina, the victim's mistress, explained that the same night, her ex-fiancé, taxi driver Slavik, showed up at the school. A fight sparked up and Slavik threatened Nikolai. Tanya, what happened?
A graduate's father was killed.
No way.
I'll stay here. Please bring me a change of clothes and my pills, okay?
Okay,
Make it fast, please.
I'll be right back.
Find me this Slavik. Meanwhile, I'll go see the victim's family. Come in. What happened to your face? Husband? No, I hit the closet door. What brings you here? What happened? Where's your son? He is asleep? Would you wake him, please? Dennis, are you up yet? Come in, please. Thank you. What time did your son return home yesterday? Just after midnight. Who can confirm that? I can? And when did you return home? Just after 9 p.m. I only attended the official part of the prom. I didn't stay for the party.
The farewell to the school tradition took root in the Soviet Union. Teachers and parents would organize festive tables with desserts, pies, and soda. In the 1970s, authorities allowed to serve champagne, not only soda.
At the end of June, Sushevskaya Secondary School celebrated a big event. School was out. Kids received their graduation certificates, plus a certificate of an agricultural machinery operator.
Another group of graduates enters the vast world. I would like to warn you that challenges ahead of you are many and a lot tougher than school tests. Now, it's life itself that will test you.
Today's village needs them.
The years of perestroika changed the party format. Girls sought to make their outfits to match patterns from fashion magazines, used massive makeup as if they were taking part in beauty pageants that swept the whole USSR at that time. On the first day of an adult life, showing off their independence to their ex-teachers became customary.
Dennis, we have a detective from the attorney's office.
What happened?
Nikolai is killed.
Dad? How did it happen?
How? With a knife.
And who did it?
That we are trying to find out. Oh my God.
Mom.
Why on earth, Kolya? Oh my God, Kolya.
Mom.
What were the relations between you and your husband? We were getting divorced. Why did you leave the prom yesterday? You see, Kolya was there with a woman. When did you last see your husband? I saw him at the prom. I see. Is this yours? Maybe your son's? No, it's not mine. Dennis doesn't smoke. I see. I'll leave you my phone number. If you recall anything by any chance, please give me a call. Thank you. I'm sorry. Kolya, hello. Who is that sitting in the door?
This is Slavik, Ina's fiancé. It's a whole show. I arrived yesterday at the taxi depot. The dispatcher's going nuts. Neither a cab nor Slavik.
And where was he?
At home. I come over to the front door. There's a cab parked by the building. I go up to his place. The door's open, and the guy is quietly sleeping.
If you brought him here, let's start.
Come in.
Hello, have a seat. So, you had a fight with Nikolai Solodovnik, right?
That wasn't a fight. We just threw elbows, and that's all.
Well, anyway, the man is dead. Besides, you had a motive. Nikolai wolfed your girlfriend.
Oh, I lost control. If Masha hadn't called, I wouldn't have gone anywhere.
Masha who?
Kolya's wife.
Maria? You know her?
We used to work with him until he opened a cooperative business, and I've known her for a long time.
What time did Masha call you?
Around 10 p.m. Said Ina and Kolya went to the graduation party.
You were jealous?
I felt vexed. I wasted 2 years on her. I brought her to the seaside, brought her clothes, and she got involved with him.
And you decided to check everything.
That's what I'm saying. It was all Masha's fault. She said, "What are you, a wuss?" That's where my blood ran hot.
So hot you grabbed the knife? You ambushed Nikolai and stabbed him.
You'll have to prove it.
We will. Don't worry.
So it turns out that the wife of the murdered Nikolai set a rival on her husband.
What's so surprising about that? She was insulted. In fact, they have not lived together for a while. There was no official divorce, so she decided to teach her unfaithful husband a lesson.
It's a compelling motive. You know what I think? I think she purposely called the Slavik so to redirect suspicions onto him.
What an insidious lady. Did you call Slavik? Slavik? Yes, I did. I wanted revenge. You know, what he did to me was so humiliating. It's despicable. To mourn my husband, who announced a divorce right before he died, who raised his hand against me, not to mention how he embarrassed his son in front of the entire school. So it was your husband who bruised you? Yes, we had a fight the day before the prom. Maria, do you understand what this means? I have every reason to detain you as an accessory. But I didn't know it would wind up like this. Sometimes you need to think before you do something. Don't leave the city. How long have you been waiting?
About 20 minutes. Alla Andreevna, have you spoken to Maria?
I have. I'm still not sure if she can be trusted. What evidence do we have?
Well, there's only a lighter.
Call the school principal. Have her call up all the graduates' parents tomorrow. I think someone can identify the lighter.
Will be done.
Let's go.
The meeting will be held in the math classroom. The principal said all the graduates and parents are in.
Okay.
Come on, we are friends, not foes.
Oh, my.
Okay, go.
Silence, please. Dear parents and graduates, you know that the father of one of your students was killed. We need your help with this investigation. This lighter was found at the crime scene. We assume it belonged to the killer.
The murder was committed by a dangerous criminal who is on the loose now. If you are familiar with this item.
Or perhaps the owner of this lighter could be among you.
Yes. If you recognize it, please call this number.
Everybody's free. If you have any questions, please come over.
So no one approached us. Or maybe the lighter was sitting there before the crime?
Maybe. Oh, Comrade Detective, I just remembered something.
Did you recognize the lighter?
No. When we were cutting the cake at the prom, the murdered man, he had a fight with a chemistry teacher. She gave his son Dennis a C mark. Go on. Rumor has it that his father bribed all the teachers. His son has a good performance record, but the chemist didn't give him a B.
Well done.
When they were arguing, she slapped Nikolai in the face. I don't accept bribes, and I don't give marks for beautiful eyes, especially to lazybones like your Dennis.
My Dennis doesn't need your lousy B mark to enter the university, you old hag.
What a lout. I can see I was too kind to him. I should have given him a D.
Then I would have smashed you against the wall.
I'd better be going. I don't want to fuel gossip about me. Everyone is already suspecting everyone else. Thanks. Find this teacher tomorrow. Find out all the details.
Okay.
Parents are getting worried, and this suggests that the criminal will fall flat on his face soon.
We would sure love him to.
Thank you. If you have any information, please call.
Alla, hi. Any calls about the lighter?
None so far. Have you met the chemistry teacher?
Yes. It turns out that 20 years ago, she was a teacher of our murdered Nikolai. She really knows him inside and out.
Nikolai Solodovnik was a loser and a bully. We barely dragged him into the 10th grade.
Why did you slap him?
He has bribed everyone except me at this school. I gave his son a well-deserved C. Naturally, he didn't like it. He cursed me rudely, but I'm not timid. I gave him a slap.
What do you think of this murder? After all, you knew him well.
Love is a thermonuclear reaction that necessarily ends in an explosion.
I don't understand.
You know what they say. Promiscuous relationships always lead to trouble. She's right about the relationships.
What relationships?
Come in. Well, don't stand still. Get in there.
Hello.
Hello. Come sit down. Thank you. Have a seat. I'm all ears. You gathered us yesterday. I see he hasn't been himself all evening. He's on pins and needles. Do you understand? Yes, I understand. And he is an honest boy.
Did you recognize the lighter?
So, what are you waiting for? Go ahead, speak up, or do I have to tell everything for you?
This is Dennis's lighter.
Solodovnik. Why didn't he say it right away? He was scared. Let him answer the questions himself.
I didn't want to talk to him in front of the girls, and I didn't want to turn Dennis in. I keep thinking about the wife of the murdered man.
So,
His son could have killed him, right?
maybe.
To avenge his mother. Young man at the prom could have had a couple drinks with the guys.
That time did see a boom of Gorbachev's anti-alcohol campaign, but finding booze was not a problem.
Exactly. He could be annoyed. A conflict burst out, and the son could run into his father again.
Why didn't you say it was your lighter?
Mom said I don't smoke. Didn't want to upset her.
Dennis, do you smoke?
How can you not smoke with you around? You're divorced, daddy's women.
Now, can you explain how the lighter ended up at the murder scene?
I don't know. Actually, it was the janitor who took it from me.
Have you made it up right now?
Ask Max Petrov. We smoked together.
Maxim Petrov was at the meeting yesterday, but for some reason he didn't tell us anything.
Because he's a real friend, not a yap.
Well, as a real friend, he will bring parcels in jail.
How dare you? Dennis did not kill Kolya. He was at home. I told you.
I have no reason to trust you, Maria. Pack up. You're under arrest.
You have to ask Max.
Pack up. Come on.
Hello, Sansanich.
How are you?
So I hear Dennis was arrested?
Yes, detained for the duration of the investigation.
Hello. Are you here in connection with the murder?
Yes.
A really crazy night it was. The heat, mosquitoes, young punks brawling under my balcony.
What time was it when they bawled?
Around 2:30. I could not fall asleep.
Can you show me exactly where they were bawling?
Oh, sure. Come on, I'll show you.
Yes, Pyotr Ivanovich. Yes. It's getting along all right. There are 2 suspects. The killer hasn't been found yet. We're trying as hard as we can. Yes, I understand. I'll keep you posted. Goodbye. The attorney called. The case is now under special control. What do we have on this classmate?
You mean Maxim Petrov? In the morning, he went to the medical examination. Expected back by 1 o'clock. I'll drop by his place.
We'll go together. It's a top priority case now. Hello? Who? Yes, I recognize you. Got it. We're on the way. The district police officer called.
Regarding the lighter?
They found a witness. Some guy saw something from the balcony. Let's go. Hopefully the classmate will come back from the clinic by then. Well, is there any progress?
Yes, I'm reading the testimony of one of the witnesses. He claims to have seen someone in a tech blue robe the night of the murder.
Are we talking about a man or a woman?
The witness is not sure, but claimed that the unknown person came out of the bushes near the crime scene.
Well, that's already something.
Yeah. Let's see how the conversation with Maxim can help us.
Maxim, we need to ask you a couple of questions.
Well, but let's make it short. My sister is sleeping. She needs to be fed.
We know that this is Dennis's lighter.
Therefore, if you want to help a friend, tell the truth. When did you last see it?
At school, a janitor took this lighter from us.
When?
After the ceremony. My dad is a scumbag. Come on. Mine doesn't pay child support at all. No way. Mother works in 2 shifts to set me and my sis up. Watch out.
What is it? Who allowed smoking in here? I'm calling the principal.
We can smoke already.
Then go smoke at home. Give it to me.
You have no right.
And your cigarettes, too. Or I won't let you back to the dance party. You will dance in the backyard.
And there are no cigarettes. We smoked up all we had.
Let your mother come for your lighter. School these days is nothing but a herd of parasites rubbing pants for 10 years. While the government pays for you. Pigs.
The janitor put Dennis's lighter in her robe pocket.
What is the janitor's name?
Zina.
Okay, thanks. Go and feed your little sister.
What will happen to Dennis?
The investigation is underway.
I see. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. All the best. Find me the address of this woman Zina now, and then meet me near the school.
Got it.
Wait. It turns out that the janitor had a lighter while the witness standing on a balcony saw a person in a technical robe not far from the crime scene.
Ooh, spooky. Do you think it was Zina who killed Nikolai?
I understand your sarcasm, but the facts speak for themselves.
But what about motive? Or are you prejudiced against janitors since your school years?
To be honest, I am still somewhat biased. At school, they were more intimidating for us than the principal. Being smashed with a wet rag across your back is worse than the teacher's council.
Did you get the address?
There's no one at the school. Teachers work until lunchtime, and the watchman redirects all questions to the principal.
We have to interrogate the janitor.
Let's go tomorrow.
I will be skinned alive. I'm telling you, the case was taken under special control.
I know.
Listen, I think I've got the principal's address somewhere. Here it is, 19 Caravella Street. Let's go. Well, come in and sit down, please. Thank you. Let me try to find it for you. I'm sorry I had to disturb you. Oh, not at all.
Would you like some coffee? Freshly brewed.
Would you like some coffee?
Yes.
Let's have a coffee. We've been on our feet all day.
Tanya?
No, Misha, thanks. I'll pass. Here. Here's Zinaida Petrovna's address. I'll write it down for you.
Are you celebrating something?
No. Today is the anniversary of the death of Mikhail's son from his first marriage.
I'm very sorry.
Here you are.
Thank you.
20 years have passed. But I remember everything as if it was yesterday. I'm sorry, I won't interfere.
It was his only son. Why do you need Zinaida Petrovna?
To clarify something.
There. Thanks.
Nikolai Solodovnik, a wealthy businessman, the father of one of the graduates, was killed at a school prom. The man was stabbed to death with a kitchen knife used in the festive table preparation. Near the body, detectives found a lighter that did not belong to the victim. It turned out that Nikolai had recently left family for a young mistress, Ina, who he brought along to the prom. This move enraged his son immensely. He left the party early. The investigation established that the lighter found next to Nikolai's body belonged to his son, Denis. But the guy said that the janitor, Zinaida Petrovna, seized it for smoking in the toilet. The detectives turned to the school principal for the janitor's address.
So school children are afraid of your Zina? They are. In general, she's a good woman. I have pity for her. Her son was in prison in the winter.
Do you know what he was jailed for?
They say murder. You know, anything happens in life. Thank you. Sorry to disturb you. I'll see you out. Tomorrow, take the boys with you and go see this woman. Get her and her son to me. Am I clear?
Got it. Allah, no woman, no son.
Did they run away?
The neighbor says they left for Guliapole to visit relatives and butcher some ducks.
Then call the local police and bring the woman and her son to me, whatever it takes.
So Zinaida Petrovna really was in Guliapole with her relatives, but her son could not be detained.
Yes, according to his mother. He went fishing.
And now perhaps you want to ask about the motive?
The question was on the tip of my tongue.
I'll tell you what. The victim was a businessman, and by that time's standards, quite a wealthy man, and Zina's son returned from jail.
Ah, by the way, he wasn't there for murder.
Yes, I see. He was sentenced for robbery, but it does not change the matter.
But how did he know about Nikolai?
School janitors know everything.
That's like some kind of secret society, plotting some serious conspiracies, too.
Your mockery is off the point. Here's an interrogation protocol stating all the facts.
Yes, I left the school at 7 p.m. My son was waiting for me. We were to leave for the village. Okay, suppose he was. Where's your robe? Hanging in the pantry. Wonderful. Then let's go there together and you will show it to us.
Let's go.
Where is it? It's gone. Tatiana Ivanova, tell them it's not me. Indeed, what does Zinaida Petrovna have to do with it? Why don't you keep off our work? Nikolai, take the lady to the car. I'll be right there.
Let's go.
Where do you keep the keys to the pantry? The administrator's on vacation. I have one. The other is at the entrance. Are they just hanging there on a nail? Yes. Does that mean anyone can take them? It appears so. Ah, guys, be careful.
Hey, stop it.
Listen, do you remember they had a flag, a blue one on a stick? Don't you think they tied the robe on?
A robe?
Boys.
Guys, come over here.
Boys, where is your blue flag on a stick?
The older boys threw it onto the garage roof.
Would you show the officer where it is? What is your name?
Artem?
And I am Alla Andreevna. So, where did you find this robe?
In the school greenhouse.
It's not locked?
No, it's always open.
Okay, thanks. Now go.
Found it.
Wonderful.
Zinaida Petrovna.
Zinaida Petrovna, is this your robe? It's mine. Here are my initials, Z and P on the pocket. Golya, take it to Sushenko for examination really fast.
I'm reviewing the report on all the fingerprint examinations, and there are no coincidences the investigation could clutch at.
Does it lead you to think all your previous assumptions were wrong? Maybe it's time to start working on the bugs, Artem.
Do you think I forgot your hints at my reluctance to work on the bugs? The truth is, however, that I like it. Here. The examination spotted traces of Nikolai Solodovnik's blood on the robe.
Which means?
Which means that the killer was wearing this robe. Except that anyone could have taken the key to the pantry where it hung.
Are we about to look for a needle in the haystack again?
No, we aren't. The forensic expert found something else.
Interesting.
On the inside of the robe, I found traces of some brilliant green solution.
Green, right?
A green liquid in a small bottle, almost impossible to wash off, was the most famous medicine in the USSR found in every first aid kit. Soviet children got acquainted with brilliant green from birth. This solution was applied to a barely tied navel in each maternity ward. Green dots on kindergartners' faces and hands left no doubts about their diagnosis: chickenpox, and green knees and elbows suggested the only conclusion. Most of the summer was spent in the street. In the late 19th century, a London chemist, William Perkin, working on a cure for malaria, accidentally synthesized a substance that cannot be removed from clothes when washing. The weaving industry immediately adopted the Emerald Miracle. Scientists began to stain microorganisms examined under a microscope with a brilliant green. It turned out that this dye kills some microbes, which paved the way for the green solution into medicine. Its wide-scale application led to a sharp reduction of mortality from sepsis. As a recognition of William Perkin's achievement, he was honored with the Knight title. And besides brilliant green, there are particles of blood that did not belong to the victim. Group B, positive.
That is, the one who wore this robe had...
A wound in this place that was treated with green solution.
And who has traces of green on her hands?
The chemistry teacher.
And you are? A chemistry teacher, Raisa Semenova Godun. I'm sorry, I messed you up. Oh, it's okay.
Do you think she's the one?
Teachers are on vacation at this time. Let's go straight to her place. I recall that at graduation ceremony, your hands were stained green. I'm a chemistry teacher. Our hands can be stained with anything.
Did you cut yourself at the prom?
Who told you this? Do you suspect me of something? Raisa Simonova, may I remind you, we are not your students. Answer the questions.
Roll up your left sleeve. We need to examine your hand.
Satisfied? And now let's talk about green solution. That night, I provided first aid.
To who?
To our principal, Tatiana Ivanova. Is that a crime?
What is your blood type?
Group O, positive. You think slapping Nikolai makes me a killer? We don't suspect you of anything, Raisa Semenova. I don't like all this. I'm not a superstitious person. And I don't believe in coincidences, but what do you mean? You see, 20 years ago, a boy, Nikolai's classmate, died at our school. It also happened in June. What is it? Fate? Did Principal Tatiana Ivanova work at the school at that time? Tanya? Just came after the university. I think that it isn't about fate. Everything has its own rational explanation. Let's go. Goodbye. Goodbye. Tatiana Ivana, please roll up your left sleeve. Higher, please. You'll have to go with us. I don't understand.
What's not clear? You have been detained until the circumstances are clarified.
What? How dare you? Tanya, what's going on?
Misha, honey, don't worry. Soup is in the fridge. Burger's in the cooker. I'll be back soon.
Let's go.
I looked into what happened 20 years ago at your school.
In June 1968, as a result of an accident in this school, a 16-year-old student, Vladimir Bortnik, died.
Yes, this is exactly Mikhail Bortnik's son, the principal's husband. And, by the way, he went to the same class as Nikolai, who was killed 20 years later. Tatiana taught them mathematics.
Okay, here's what it says. In 1969, Tatiana was transferred to another school. In 1980, she married Professor Bortnik. Interesting.
Yes, and thanks to her husband's connections, her career quickly went up. In 1987, she became principal of the school and began her career. We interviewed everyone who attended the prom. No one saw you at school from 2:30 through 3 a.m. Well, it's a celebration. They may not have noticed. According to the forensic examination, Nikolai Solodovnik's blood was found on the robe. It's not my robe, but the blood is yours. Group B, positive. And, by the way, there are also traces of brilliant green from your wound. You mean I put on a robe? Why would I do it?
To screen against blood stains.
And when you killed him, you threw the robe into the greenhouse. By the way, your fingerprints were found there. I suggest you start talking, Tatiana Ivanova. I had no other choice. My marriage was in jeopardy. I know you've heard people say it 1,000 times. Go on. I could not get married for a long time, and I finally met Misha, father of the deceased Vladimir Bortnik. I assume you had a finger in his death. It's a fatal accident. Volodya and Kolya skipped practical classes and spat sunflower seeds, making a muck of the whole roof. Go on. It was an educational measure. I told them to clean up after themselves, but I didn't think Volodya would fall off the roof.
Tatiana Ivanovna,
Have you cleaned it?
Vola fell from the roof and crashed.
Oh, that's not funny. Give me a break.
See for yourself.
Listen to me carefully. You know nothing and have not seen anything.
What if they ask why I climbed up there?
You know nothing. You have a chance to correct your grade in algebra and geometry. Consider your tests passed. Last year, I became principal of this school. Coming back wasn't easy. I didn't know what was there ahead of me.
Congratulations on your new position.
Thanks. Can I help you?
Well, I made inquiries, and it turns out you married Volodya's father. Does your husband know that his son's death was your fault?
What do you want from me?
Nothing special. You see, my dork graduates this year. I would really like him to graduate without C marks. Otherwise...
Otherwise what?
Otherwise, your family idol will be over.
Raisa Semenova was the only one who absolutely refused to give him a B. I couldn't persuade her.
I don't understand. How come there's a C in chemistry?
Kolya, believe me, I did my best. The chemistry teacher's digging her heels in. Look, I have connections at university.
Do you think I don't have connections? Your husband will be surprised when he finds out who is to blame for the death of his beloved son.
Ruining someone's life is easy as pie for this lunatic.
And you decided to get rid of him?
I was just tired of living in constant fear that Misha would find out the truth one day. He would never forgive me. Come on, there are kids around here.
We are like kids ourselves. You go dance. I'll be right back.
Where are you going?
I'll go check if Dennis got home.
I decided to act. I went into the classroom, I took a knife from the cake and a robe to cover me against blood splashes.
Who's there?
It's me. I know how to fix a C for Dennis.
What? Will you issue a new certificate?
Not exactly.
You bitch!
I wiped off the fingerprints, threw the robe into the greenhouse, and went back to the school. Now you look at me and think that I am a perfect bitch. Don't you? Your crime will be assessed by the court.
Alla Matveevna, you mentioned working on the bugs several times and unequivocally pointed out that the killer wanted to correct a mistake made for 20 years ago.
However, instead of working on the bugs, she made another mistake.
Tell me, what happened to Tatiana?
The court sentenced Tatiana to 10 years in prison. When she was released, she very quickly adjusted to the new life She became a broker in a real estate agency, succeeded, made a good fortune, lived on income from apartments renting.
Well, what about the husband?
During the investigation, he divorced Tatiana and soon married a colleague for the third time. The mistress of the murdered Nikolai returned to her fiancé.
The taxi driver?
Exactly. Dennis did not enter the university and ended up conscripted in the army. Now he lives in the United States of America.